Hey, welcome back to the Big Rant Show. Thank you for joining me. I wasn't going to do another rant video this year. I was just going to leave it for good news stuff and be done with it. But this came up. Now, I don't know if you can recognize this little symbol that this crossword puzzle is making for you. Take a look at it. Now, if you're thinking like me that this looks very much like a swastika, then you may be actually right. This is from the New York Times, December 18th edition, 2022. What was December 18th? What was Sunday, December 18th? Oh, that's right. It was the start of Hanukkah. See a problem? First off, something that looks like a swastika should never be finding its way into your newspaper. Okay, New York Times? Just shouldn't. It should never find its way into your newspaper. Under any circumstance. Unless maybe it's an article describing just exactly how bad the Nazis were. Right? But this came from the New York Times, a newspaper known around the world, but is also the newspaper for New York City, right? Huge Jewish population. And how offensive do you think this is to them? Do you think this is just a fun design, New York Times? I know that's kind of how you put kind of put it out there as just like, oh, following the rules of symmetry, blah 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 blah. The same excuse you gave when you did the exact same thing back in 2017. Now, there's one thing for sure that I never will support, and that's anti-Semitism. I'm not going to support it. I won't support it now. I won't support it tomorrow. It's wrong, period. And it has to be called out every time it happens. I hope people like Bernie Sanders, AOC, and the squad will actually step up and say something. Because if you don't say something, you're condoning something. Now, I know many out there are going to look at this video and be like, well, that doesn't look like a swastika. Really? Look again. It's very reminiscent of several different designs of swastikas I've seen throughout the years. Because unfortunately, I've had a lot of really screwed up friends coming from East Texas that I have unfriended throughout the years on Facebook, Twitter. But the New York Times is just trying to defend it. Over and over again, they keep defending it. Who knows how many other times it's happened that people just didn't bring it to anyone's attention. Now this has people out there going like, ooh, look at the liberals. The liberals are the anti-Semitic ones, not the far right, not the Nazi right. And I'd be damned when we lumped in with those people. The New York Times, you have no excuse for this. It is not right. It is not proper. You have no business telling other people, calling other people out for being anti-Semitic if you're going to be posting swastikas in your crossword puzzle. Because if I remember, y'all had write-ups on Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, and other anti-Semitic assholes. Yet, don't you think it kind of like pot kettle kind of thing going on? When you post anti-Semitic symbols in your crossword puzzle? Now, I don't know how you make your crossword puzzles. I don't know if you got someone that writes them out or you got a computer program that does it. I don't know, and I don't care. Fix it. Because like I said, it's not the first time. And it does not make me pleased in the least that I am sitting here on the same side as Donald Trump Jr. I can't stand the guy. But he's right. This is wrong. I believe if you don't call it out, you're condoning it, and that's just my belief. So if you're a liberal out there, bring it up. Make a video. Post about it. Let people know the New York Times has screwed up, and they need to apologize to the Jewish community. There's no excuse for this. It's 2022. There is no reason that there should be an accidental swastika in your crossword puzzle. Looking at it, if it wasn't done by a computer, then it was done by a person, and it was done on purpose. But whoever was supposed to check these things and make sure that this kind of stuff didn't happen needs to lose their job. Whoever made the thing needs to lose their job. If it's a computer, you need to reprogram your computer program to not do this kind of thing. I am not some super tech savvy person, so I don't know how all this works. But I do know how anti-Semitism works. We can't let things like this happen. We cannot let things like this exist. Because we've seen in the world's history what happens when you make anti-Semitic jokes and where they lead to. Where you think they're just funny little jokes. You can't let things like this slide. If I was a subscriber to the New York Times, I wouldn't be anymore. Not until they apologize. Personally, I believe there should be a boycott of the New York Times until they apologize for everything. Making excuses. Not, oh well, it was computer generated or it doesn't it happens when you follow the rules of symmetry. Come on, that's a joke. So if you find this video and you're a subscriber to New York Times and you don't support anti-Semitic bullshit, if you're a subscriber, cancel your subscription. Drop them. Until they apologize. Anyways, do better. Be better. Have a great day. I'll see you down the road. Cancel that New York Times subscription.